Okay. Hello guys, it's me, Angie. Welcome back to my channel. As you can see here, I have a special guest, and that is my daughter, Abby. Yesterday, we had a fun trip. Yesterday, we went to a book sale near where we live, and we came home with books. And we decided to do the little video to show you all the books that we got. You wanna go first?
Sure. So I got like a whole bunch of books, more than I expected, honestly.
Yeah, she got a huge stack.
Oh yeah. So the first book that I got is called Plain City, and it's by Virginia Hamilton.
Cute little book.
Yeah, it's a little book, but that's okay. And it's about like going to the past, and it's not easy to do. But Boulain Sims has been doing it for as long as she can remember. Then her father returns to town, and Blair's world is turned upside down, and she's like basically trying to like find out the truth about herself. And I find it really interesting, and yeah, so hopefully it is very interesting.
It's a really short read, only 194 pages.
Yeah.
What it says there. Wow. It is a middle grade too, which is really cool. Middle grades are fun too.
Oh yeah.
So one of the books that I got, and I have a smaller pile. As you can see, smaller pile. But one of the books I got is called Beyond. Disregard that. That was my husband's phone going off. This was called Beyond the Gathering Storm by Jeanette Oak.
Mm-hmm.
You can see here. And it is book 5 of the Canadian West series.
I really like the cover of it.
Yeah. This is I think it's a 8-book series. Right? This thing doesn't say back here. Maybe. So it doesn't say, but I had found most of these in a Salvation Army down in Florida, and this was one of the ones that was missing in the series. So I was glad that I actually find it, but I can't. I was glad I was actually able to find it. Yeah. I don't want to say what this one's about because it is book 5 of the series, and it would spoil the whole series. But she also writes the Love Comes Softly series. I'm obsessed with that one. I'm trying to get all the movies still. They're really hard to find. And I just wanted to read the series. She's a good writer. Yeah, short read. But that's this book. Put down there.
And then the next book that I got, probably some of you guys probably know this book. It's by Kate DiCamillo, and it's Because of Winn-Dixie. It's honestly one of my childhood books. I remember one of my grade school teachers read this book to my class one year, and it always stuck with me. And I also watched the movie, and it was really good. And it's about this little girl named Opal and her father that's a preacher, and they moved to Naomi and in Florida. And then Opal goes into the supermarket called Winn-Dixie, and she finds this dog. And yeah, it's just a story about her and the dog Winn-Dixie that she named. And it's a really sweet story, and yeah, really good movie as well. And I can't wait to read it again.
Yeah. The next book I got, and I was actually really excited to find these because I used to own most of these, and then for whatever reason I got rid of them. I think it was because I was like downsizing my books, and I chose these, and then as soon as I did that, I totally regretted it. But this is Kingdom Keepers, book 2, Disney at Dawn, and this entire series, there's several of them, there's like 10 of them I think, but this series is about Disney World. There's another series of this that takes place in Disneyland, but the Disney World one, there's a bunch of kids, you can see in the cover, these kids here, they end up working for Disney World where they get a recording of an AI version of themselves that becomes like a tour guide. But at night, all of the Disney characters come alive and they roam around the park. And the villains, obviously villains are villains, they cause chaos within the park. And these kids, whenever they go to sleep at night, they get transported back into the park, and it's up to them to save the park and the good characters. And me being a huge Disney fan, I used to work Disney security. I don't recommend working there, but I do recommend vacationing there. I've always been a Disney kid, and ooh, those eyes are kind of creepy. Look at those eyes. Look at the eyeballs. But I like how the writing gold sticks out, but it's really shiny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do plan on finding the rest of these as I go along. But yeah. You might like this one too.
Yeah.
And that was my book.
The third book that I got is the story about Jack Sparrow whenever he was younger.
Yeah, it's like a huge series, I found out.
Yeah, I think this is the first book before the Black Pearl. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just the story about Jack Sparrow, and can't wait to get into it because I love Jack Sparrow and I love the Pirates of the Caribbean. It's like one of my favorite movies, so I can't wait to read it.
Yeah, and you actually find out he was something of an important person before he became a pirate.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. The last book that I got yesterday kind of goes along with the last book I was showing, and that is Kingdom Keeper's Shell Game, and that's book 5. As you can see, evil villain. By the look of the tentacle, I'm going to say that's supposed to be Ursula there. But that ride looks so much fun, I would totally go on that.
From the way that her eyes look and purple skin, it kind of does look like Ursula.
Yeah, I'll show you guys the eyeballs on the back. And I have noticed with these books on the back, they have the different villain eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know whose eyeballs those belong to.
I don't know.
With the funky little nose.
I would say, like, possibly the Beast, but, like, the Beast is not a bad guy.
Yeah. So,
That's definitely Ursula.
yeah.
And Shell Game.
This one's a thicker book.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah. If you love Disney and you're a huge Disney fan, I highly recommend these books. These have been popular for a while, and they're still popular today. But, yeah.
My fourth book is another classic book by E.B. White, The Trumpet of the Swan. And it's about a little swan and a little boy. And, yeah, the Lewis is scared when his father tells him that he's different from other swans, and he doesn't want to be different. Even though he can't talk, Lewis knows he can learn and write if only he could go to school. Sam Beaver, a boy who understands all wild things, agrees to help, but Mrs. Hammerbottom isn't sure she could handle a trumpeter swan in her classroom. And it's a really good story as well. I'm pretty sure it's also a movie. I'm not quite for sure.
Might be.
But I do remember reading this book in also in elementary school. So yeah, I also can't wait to read that again. And then the fifth book that I got, I was so happy whenever I found this because it's also my favorite movie, my comfort movie actually. It's about Neil Gaiman and it's Coraline.
Yeah, and it's also, for some reason, still don't know why, it went on the banned book list, so they're really hard to find.
Yeah, so I was really happy and thankful whenever I found this book. And I can't wait to read it. And then the other book that I got is Fire Girl, another classic book that I read whenever I was in elementary school by Tony Abbott. And it's about this Tom and his 7th grade classmates, and Jessica is with her like weird appearance and the fear she evokes in him and most of the class. Tom slowly develops a tentative friendship with Jessica that changes his life, and it's about like friendship and having like a really huge impact on someone's life. And yeah.
Nice.
And then The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz
I want to say Zephon.
Sevon, I think. I
If
don't
we
know.
mispronounce your last name, I am terribly sorry.
It's a New York Times bestseller though, so that's really cool. And then
It does look interesting.
it does. I saw that, and then like there's that right there.
It almost looks like one of those classic books you see like in an old bookshelf.
Yeah. It's about a Teaquarian book dealer's son, Daniel, who mourns the loss of his mother, finds solace in a mysterious book entitled The Shadow of the Wind by Julian Carax, I think. But when he sets out to find the author's other works, he makes a shocking discovery. Someone has been systematically destroying every copy of the book. In fact, Daniel may have the last Carax books in existence. Soon, Daniel's seemingly innocent quest opens the door into, I want to say, Barcelona?
Yeah.
Darkest Secrets, an epic of murder, madness, and doomed love.
I love how it takes place like during 1945, and my dad was born like 1944.
Yeah, that's
So that's
really
like
cool.
his time era.
Yeah. And then those books that I just went over are from the book sale. And then we went to Barnes & Noble. And I love Edgar Allan Poe. He's one of my favorites, classic and everything. And I found this book right here. It's all his classic stories. I think all of them. I don't know. Only one way to find out, and that's to read it.
Mm.
And then, like, I love the design and everything.
And the heart, the
Yeah.
human heart.
And like, yeah, I love it so much. It's Edgar Allan Poe. And it also comes with the built-in bookmark.
Yeah, that's really cool. I love how it's like red and black.
I know, it matches him.
Oh, did you see the inside?
Whoa. There we go.
There you go. Like when you first open it, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, this is like the inside before you get to like the actual pages.
That's awesome.
Really cool. And then the bookmark is red. But yeah. And then on the back it says, "In darkness and decay and the red death held inimitable dominion over all."
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Creepy, but cool.
Yeah. And then I also got a bookmark, and it's a mushroom, and it says, "Go your own way." And I love mushrooms, so yeah.
That was everything we got yesterday. Oh well, I did get a Star Wars trivia game, but it's kind of put away somewhere. But yep, that was everything we got yesterday. Oh, stay tuned. There will be another video where I show my birthday haul. There's a lot of stuff. Just a warning. So that's probably going to be a big video that I'll do eventually. But yeah. If you liked some of these books, go ahead and comment down below. Let us know which ones you liked or which ones you'd recommend based on books that you saw we both had. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell down below. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.